Hi everybody, or should I say good morning. It's very early here. I just took my grandkids to school, so thought I'd come back and make some red velvet cinnamon rolls. This would be something good you can give to a sweetie, give to a mom, dad, someone you think highly of, or just treat yourself. So if you're new here, my name's Debbie, and we're just going to be using a simple red velvet cake mix to start out with. So let's get making our red velvet cinnamon rolls. Okay, like I said, the first thing we're going to do is add our cake mix, red velvet cake mix, into the bowl. And let me get it open. And on these, you can use the cream cheese icing. I know a lot of people like that. My family just doesn't particularly care for that, so I always just use buttercream icing. And then to that, we're going to be adding 1 1/4 cups of warm water. And let me check. And we're going to be adding the yeast. Now it calls for a packet of yeast. You can use 1 packet of active dry yeast. I'm going to use 2 1/4 teaspoons of bread machine yeast. That's what I have. We're going to cross our fingers this works. I think it will. And then we're going to mix that up. Supposed to be getting some more snow tomorrow. So I thought, well, a good day to have some cinnamon rolls on hand because might have the grandkids. There might be a school day that's, you have a snow day at school. So I'm going to mix that in a little bit. Then I'm going to also add a cup of flour. Should just grab me a knife. I'll have my drawer open. What's the weather doing where you guys live? We're going to incorporate that a little bit and then we'll add some more. Let's see what this does. We're going to add another, I think I'm going to do 1/4 cup. So let's add another 1/2 cup. We're going to beat this for about 2 minutes on medium. Okay. 2 minutes goes by quickly when you're on fast mode. Let me get these cleaned off. And we're preheating our oven. I just preheat my oven a little bit and then I'll go turn it off. And then I set my dough over there to rise somewhere warm. That's where I set it to rise. Let me get these cleaned off. That one was a little messier than this one. And let me go wash my hands. Okay, so now to that, we have added 1 1/2 cups of flour. And the recipe says 2 1/2 to 3. So we're going to just stir in the rest of the flour. We're just trying to make a soft dough ball form. So we got 1 1/4. That's 1 1/2. 1 3/4. Let's stir that in. Actually, I think I'm going to use my wooden spoon. I always start things and then I decide, no, that's not right, I wanted to do. But I can do that. We all can do that, right? We can just change our mind if we want to on things. It's what makes the world go round. Everybody has their own opinion and their own way of doing things. It'd be a pretty boring world if everybody done everything the same, right? So this was 1 3/4 cup. I think I'm going to add the other 1/4 cup. Maybe. I'm going to add in a little bit. We'll stir it. We want it to be a soft dough, but I want to be able to work with it too and not stick to all over my hands. But it will be a little bit of a sticky dough because it's cinnamon rolls. So now I've got 2 cups of flour in there total. I think I'm going to pull my sleeves up before I start this process. I have to go to the accountant today. I don't want to have stuff all over my shirt. Okay, I think we're good right there. Let me get this off of here. It smells good. Okay, I'm gonna put a little flour out on here. All right, so we're gonna knead this a few times. Knead about 6 or 8 times, we'll say. I am gonna add just a touch more flour on my surface. Shouldn't have been wearing bracelets for today, should I? Bracelets don't do very well kneading. Okay, I think I've kneaded it 6 or 8 times. Okay, I have a greased bowl here. I don't want to sit it in the flour. Do this. And I'm going to lay it in there. I'm going to turn it over once. Or twice. So it's a little bit greased on this side. Okay, again, I had to go wash my hands. I couldn't even cover it. So sticky. Okay, so let's get this covered. And we're gonna let it rise about 2 hours. And again, some people, if you have a warmer on your oven, that's wonderful. I used to have a warmer in my older oven. Or the oven at my other house, let's just say. I don't at this one. But you can turn your oven on like about 140, whatever the lowest temperature is, and let it heat up to there and then turn it off and just you can set your dough inside there then. It's kind of like a warmer. So I'll be back to show you the risen product. Okay, we've been rising about 2 hours. And It's doubled, I would say. It rose very nicely. So I was gonna save that, but we'll just get new. Okay, oh, let me grab some flour. Always forgetting something. So we're gonna lightly, first we're gonna punch down our dough. Get that air out of there. Let me bring it a little closer. Okay, I have all this wiped off. There's a little piece of saran. It's always nice when you have that in-between time of recipes. You can do your little cleanup. I don't want it to stick. So we're gonna get it out of here. Ooh, it's smelling so good. We're gonna roll this out. Probably about a, I don't know, maybe a 12 to 15 inch. I'm gonna put a little bit on the top there just so it doesn't stick. Probably maybe 12 inches by about 18 or 20. This is just so pretty. Just made a very nice dough. I found this recipe and I was just like, wow, that's really interesting that you can make cinnamon rolls out of a cake mix. So, okay, got that done. Now we're gonna get on our butter. And I've had this sitting out, it's pretty soft. Again, you want it to be very soft so you don't tear your dough. Just spread that butter all over everywhere. I think that looks about good. I did leave a little bit around the edges. I didn't take it right to the edge. Maybe a half to a quarter of an inch. I might have left it a little bit too much in certain areas here. And then we're gonna spread on some brown sugar. And the secret ingredient. I bet you all know what the secret ingredient is. Cinnamon. And I'm not measuring this. I'm just going to put it on with my hand. Actually, I think I'm going to put the cinnamon on first. I want the cinnamon inside that area. Just shake on what you think you would like to taste. I'm about out of cinnamon. Ooh, I hope I have enough. And then I like to go crisscross. Make sure I get it covered on every little inch. Yeah, look at that. That'll be it for me, probably on my cinnamon. There we go. That's gonna have to do me. Okay, and then I'm gonna put my brown sugar on. I think I still have maybe a little bit of cinnamon up there in my cabinet. Just spread that brown sugar on all over, making it even. Then we'll be rolling it up and cutting it. This probably make about 12. I think I'm going to cut them a little bit thicker so they'll be a little wider. I think that looks about good. Does it look even to you guys? Okay. I don't want it too thick. I'm gonna pat mine in there. I don't know if that really helps. Last time I tried to do that, it just still came out. All right, again. Okay, here we go. Start rolling it up from the long side. Try to keep it tight. Last time I didn't get it very tight. But like I said, they were still delicious. Looks like we're about there. I'm going to pull it back to me. And I'm going to try to pinch this together where I left the no butter and cinnamon and brown sugar. Get that pinched together. Try to get that to stay. I'm going to cut my ends off here that are a little bit odd. I will use those. Okay. Cut it down the middle. And then, let me see. Cut this one in the middle. And then, so now I have 1, 2, 3, 4. Try and get 3 out of each one of these. It's looking good. I have high hopes. Ooh, about got my thumb on that one. That wouldn't have been fun. Look at those. Aren't those pretty? That's so neat. Okay, now I have a greased pan here. We're going to place them in there. And that one's wanting to come apart. And there we have it. I'm going to cover it with some saran wrap, and we're going to let it rest and rise again for another hour. And they're going to bake at 350 for about 25 minutes. Look at that. They just came out. Ooh, they smell so good. Okay, we're going to let them cool. Then I'll ice them, and I'll be back to taste them. Okay. Isn't she lovely? Yum. This is going to be exciting. Still a little warm, but you know me, I couldn't wait. So let's get a taste. Ooh, about dropped it. Yes, that's delicious. So good. That's definitely a good cinnamon roll. Wow. If you do anything, try this one for sure. I will say, of course, I would add more cinnamon. You know me and my cinnamon. I just love cinnamon flavor. But this is delicious. Look at me, I'm gonna sit here and eat it all in front of you. So I'm gonna go have me a cup of coffee with this and finish it off and maybe have two. So I'll have the recipe in the description box as usual. And until next time, take care of yourself and take care of each other and have a wonderful, happy Valentine's Day.